Freddie Bell.
Yes, sir.
Freddie Bell. It's always booking comedy, everybody. It's Monday night. Yeah, it's exciting. It's a new year. First one of
Happy,
2026.
my man. Happy New
Welcome.
Year.
Thanks, man. Happy New Year to you. Where,
Thank
where
you.
are you joining us from today?
You won't
Los
believe this, but
Angeles?
I'm actually in Virginia right now.
Virginia. Okay. Home for
Yeah,
the holidays, perhaps.
no, a little retreat type thing before I jump into this rat race of the year. You know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I just went to Virginia for the first time ever. I went to Blacksburg, Virginia this summer. Did a show out there. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in God, I can't even think of the name of it. The Shenandoah Valley, and I don't think there are any Blackburgs here, so it's just me.
Is that where people go to like see the leaves change? That kind of like pretty forest kind of area?
Yeah, it's really nice. Have you seen the movie Get Out?
I haven't. I want to see it. I got to see it. And now I'm definitely going to watch it.
Yeah, please. This is pretty much. I feel like I'm here, so I'm there.
Okay,
So,
you're in. Okay, I'll keep that in
no, I'm
mind.
just kidding. It's nice. It's really nice, man. It's beautiful. So, yeah.
I've heard enough jokes about Get Out that I kind of get the plot. So yeah, I get an idea what you're talking about.
All right. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean, that looks like a fancy fireplace behind you. You're
Oh yeah,
chilling.
that's pretty cool.
Right.
It doesn't work, but it's
Okay.
really cool.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Gonna get
No,
out and
it's
chop
nice.
some wood.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hook it up. Yeah, in a minute. Definitely gonna hook it up because it's cold, bro.
Okay. Okay. That's crazy because it was like 65 degrees today in Denver. I don't know what's
Really?
going on. Yeah, yesterday was 67 degrees. I ran in shorts and a t-shirt yesterday in
Oh my
Denver.
God. Oh my
Denver.
God.
It's supposed to be
That's
snow on the
nice.
ground. It's
Oh,
nuts.
that's what's up. How many miles did you put in?
Almost 3.
Okay.
Almost
That's
3.
nice.
Not great. I usually I kind of slacked off the last couple of months. I'm building back up to 5 miles. That's my
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
go-to. Um,
Yeah, I
but
ran a half in September and then I just been eating ever since. So
that's all. How did it
I
go?
got to get back into it, man. I
What
got to
was,
get back in shape.
what was the longest run you did before you did the actual 13? Like training?
9.
Oh, okay. And was it
Yes.
hard finishing off
Yeah,
the 13, or
the
was that the
last three
right?
were brutal. Yeah, it was
Okay.
at 11. It was brutal at 11. I was gonna call an Uber, bro. Like I was like,
Okay.
I'm done. Just take
Okay.
me. No,
Did you
yeah,
run the
11
whole
it was
way?
rough. Yeah. Not
No. That was a quick
no,
U-turn there.
no. I ran and I walked. I ran and
Okay.
walked. So
All right.
yeah,
Nice. Nice.
yeah. So
That's
I'll do it
cool.
again. It was a great experience. So
All right. Well, let's talk about some comedy stuff. You put
yeah,
on a
let's do it.
festival last year, huh?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, let's hear
Big
it. Why?
laughs.
Why? How'd it go? What was it called? Where was it? Just give me all the details. Let's hear it.
All the deets. Okay. So it was called the Big Laughs Festival. It was in Big Bear, California,
Okay.
about
Okay.
3 hours
I've never
outside
been,
of
but that's
LA.
like a ski resort kind of thing in the winter,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Real cool place. And it was a pretty interesting experience. I had a good time, but a lot of learning experiences. And I want to thank you because you didn't know me and I called you and I was like, hey man, I need some help. What are you doing? How do you do this? And you were very gracious and
Oh,
give me
my pleasure. Anybody
information. So I
watching
really
this,
thank you.
pick up the bat phone anytime. I'm happy to talk to any
Yes.
comic who's trying to
Yes.
make stage time for other people. A rising tide
Yes.
lifts all ships, and it's
Yes,
good.
I truly appreciate that. So yeah, and yeah, so I started it started last year, and it's just been growing, and the comics have been giving me rave reviews, and it's just been great. It's been a great feeling, It's been a
That's
great
all.
accomplishment.
So let's start with like, how do you? Oh, look at this. We got some comments out there on the internets. Thank you, GB
All
Real
right.
1971. Good year, solid year. Wasn't alive, but I bet it was a solid year. I bet it was a good. I saw Dazed and Confused. Looked like a good time. So how do you even start? Like, where do you start? Do you start with trying to find venues? Like, how did you choose that location? Do you get comics first? Like, to people who are watching this and are like, maybe I'll start a festival someday. Where did it begin?
I don't know if I want to give them the secrets, but anyway, no. Uh, you pick a location. I wanted a nice little location and in a town where I thought that I would get support from that particular town, bringing something, to that area. So I picked Big Bear because I actually like Big Bear. Went there a
Okay.
couple times, just kind of glamping, so to speak. And
Okay.
I walked through the town. I'm like, this is a good place to produce an event.
Okay.
And so that's how that started. And what actually pushed me over the top to actually do it was I went to another comedy festival. I was actually selected for a comedy festival. I will not say which one, and I didn't like the way I was treated,
Okay.
and that just motivated me more to go ahead and produce the festival.
That's fun.
And
We got that in common. I can't remember if we talked about that, but I also once did a festival that I did not like the way I was treated, and kind of out of spite, I started a competing festival. Not
absolutely,
the one that everybody knows me for, but a different one. And
absolutely, yes, I was so motivated. I was like, oh, I got you.
spite's a
Thank
powerful
you.
motivator.
Spite is very powerful. I was like, thank you, bravo, thank you. So yeah, and then pretty much got the venues, pretty much selected the venues or whatnot. Had a little help from that city. I guess it was Visit Big Bear. Visit
Okay.
Big Bear picked out. Actually had a couple venues partners that they've worked with, and they was like, "Why don't you try this venue or that venue?" And ended up working with a couple of them. And man, I got some crazy stories to tell you about that festival. But and then put it out there and other comics, and I just put it out there, and man, the response was crazy. It was amazing, the response that I received from that. So I was really pleased. I was well pleased.
Did you have like public submissions?
Oh, I
Like
did.
people? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. And
Absolutely.
and what did you feel about the submissions? Were they strong? Were they what you were hoping for? Were there a lot of them? Or less than you
I mean,
hoped?
to be fair, with anything release to the public, you're gonna get some that you yeah,
We,
you're gonna
we
get
we
a
got a
few.
we got a tape once from somebody who was like delivering Uber Eats, and they were taping themselves, and they looked like me right now. They did their set like just to a phone that was on the dash, and yeah, that was
Right.
a rough submission tape.
Yeah, and I won't say some of the comics were not good, because you and I both know, and you probably know more so than I, that it takes a lot of heart to do comedy.
Oh,
And and
a lot
and
of heartbreak, brother.
yeah, a
A
lot
lot
of
of
heartbreak.
heartbreak.
And I commend anyone who steps on that stage. So when they submitted those, um, they submitted their submissions and the clips or whatnot. I had my friends, and I had a team judge, not just
Okay.
me. So I had 5 people judging, and we all selected out of maybe 300 comics, selected down to 100. And I watched all of them actually. I was too. It was brutal,
Yeah,
but I watched all the comics, and we selected the ones we selected, and we're pretty pleased with that.
that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
cool. Who came from the farthest away? Like, what did anybody come from the East Coast all the way to Big Bear?
Had one, and you told me this. I had one and they canceled
Like,
because I
yeah.
couldn't make
Did
it.
I
You
tell you
told me
because of
this.
who the person was, or because I just said that might happen?
No, you just said it might happen. You said make
Oh,
sure
okay.
you
Yeah.
book more than have slots
Yes.
for, because someone's going to fall off. And one person said their kid had COVID, and the other one just did whatever. But the comics that showed up were great. But the furthest, I think, was from Albuquerque,
Oh,
New
okay.
Mexico.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I know a
Yes.
lot of the comics there. I wonder if I knew who that was.
Yeah. Is it?
I
Yeah.
just I
Is
just
it?
booked a show in Albuquerque Thursday in June or July. Everybody, if you're from Albuquerque, look for me. We got a question from North Carolina. Did you charge for submissions?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, we did. Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Because we provided lodging. We provided lodging
Okay.
and food for the
Nice.
comics.
That's
Yeah,
great.
because again, yeah, because I wanted to treat comics the way I want to be treated. So we
Yeah.
provided lodging and we meals and all that. So yes, absolutely. And
That's
the
amazing.
venues aren't cheap. So
Right. Exactly.
right. So
Uh, did what kind of questions do you ask in the submission process? Obviously, tape. Sounds like you got tape.
uh years experience, why should you be selected? That question, a few questions like that. Just it's not really too many, of like just like an interview question. Just like, hey, where are you from? This years doing comedy, and let me just watch your tape, or let us watch it and see what see if we like it or not. But it's not too much. It's not like a interview. It's not like that. So
Got it. Got
yeah,
it. Yeah. Some
yeah.
basic information. Okay, I got
Let the
more
comedy
questions.
speak for itself. Yeah,
Yeah,
let
exactly.
the
The tape's
performance
the
speak
most
for itself.
important thing. Totally.
Absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely.
uh, I have a lot more questions for you, but we got a question from online, and I'm going to try and address it. Why are you making a live about this? I don't know if that's a serious question, but if there's a bunch of people tuned in right now. If you didn't know, this is Always Bookin Comedy. I've been doing it for years. Every Monday night, I talk to another comedian. I didn't give any background or intro. So it's basically me and another comic, kind of just like if we were on a road trip together and we're just chatting, and you can ask questions yourself. So whatever platform you're on, you can type into the chat. And if it's a good question, I'll bring it up to Freddie and we'll chat about it here. So I hope that answered your question, Judy White.
That's a good question. Why are you making a live about this? Which is, I don't know if that's the correct way to say it, but yeah, I guess because we are doing this because, you know, festivals and comedy, and I love comedy, and it's always booking comedy, and I'm always booking comedians. So
Yeah,
that's pretty much the answer.
It is a hamster wheel that never ends.
It never
okay,
ends.
So we talked about the submissions. We talked about venues a little bit. Let's talk about the actual. What was some of the crazy things that happened during the festival? Anything unexpected?
Oh, yeah. In Big Bear, the day of the show, the day of the first day, Friday night, there was a power storm. There was a storm, and it knocked the power out on the block where only the block where we were performing.
I got a crazy story for you. The inverse. Middle of December, just a few weeks ago, I had a show in Georgetown, Colorado. It's about an hour from Denver. The day of the show, the main Colorado power company said, we're turning off the power to the entire town for 48 hours because there were like high winds and they needed to repair some stuff. And I got the show. I got 30 to 50 tickets sold. I got a headliner from Comedy Central. I got all this stuff. I got the venue that I paid for. And I'm like, oh, this is a disaster. I was ready, like with battery powered speaker and battery powered lights. We were going to try and do the show with no electricity. And then around 3 p.m. that day, a small sliver of Georgetown got power back. The rest didn't have power overnight, that whole night. But that sliver included my venue.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
So everybody came in. Everybody was like charging phones in the wall outlets.
Oh, wow.
Because they didn't have power at home. It was actually a very fun show. So what did you do with no power? Did you switch venues?
First of all, I want to give a shout out to my team because we just hit the ground running immediately after that. Found another venue in the city, like the downtown area. And one of the, I guess, venue owners, he was like, I have an actual bar. We have live music and karaoke. And he said, you can have that. So we pivoted and produced the show there. And we had some people standing out like, if you're here for this show, it's been moved to downtown Big Bear. And I want to commend my team and the comics because they did not complain at all. And they were pros. So I just really want to give them a shout out.
Did they have like cars, or was there like a van driving them around, or how? Or
no, they had cars.
There, okay.
They had cars. Yeah, the comics had cars, and they all drove, and it was just great. It was nerve wracking, but it turned out like it was perfect. It was a perfect.
Sometimes that's almost better in the end.
When little improv.
We were talking about camaraderie earlier. The camaraderie when there's like a disaster and you like you snatch victory from the claws of defeat. It almost feels better. It's more fun that way. I feel like stressful.
So it was great. It was a great experience. And when I came back, so I produced shows in LA as well. And after that, I was like, oh, this is too easy now. Kind of,
that is a cheat code, I would say, about festivals. We were talking about running earlier. People run with weight vests so that then when they run without the weight vest, it's easier.
Absolutely.
That's what show running is versus running a festival. Because a festival, you have so much going on. You got travel logistics, you got multiple venues, you got shows all over the place. It's just way more complicated than a single show. So you hit
absolutely.
The head with that one.
Absolutely. I just produced 2 shows in December. It's called 'Twas the Mic Before Christmas, is comedy shows. One was at the Ice House. I don't know if you're familiar with the Ice House, the famous Ice House.
Yeah. Which room?
Yeah. Yes.
Which
the California room. California.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've performed
California room. And the other was at HT Grill in Redondo. It's like the Beach City series. We kind of produce comedy shows and sold out show.
Fun. And what kind of room is that? Is that like a side room where they do concerts?
Yeah, it's a side room. You had to bring it on. Yeah, side room in a restaurant. About 60, 70 people.
I love that.
I know.
That's my bread and butter. I love a place where maybe a comedy show shouldn't work, but
Right.
So
Yeah.
do you bring in like lights and sound, or do they already have that at that venue?
No, we had to bring it in. Actually, I had to run a guitar center and get the PA system and all that, and then set up and lights and all that. So yeah, but it worked
Yeah.
out well, pretty well, you know.
Yeah.
And
Anybody doing this at home, invest in extension cords.
oh my
You will
gosh,
eventually,
please.
you will need those extension cords.
Yes, yes. So yeah, we're picking that series back up in April. So it's once a month we do the
Fun.
Beach City Comedy Under the Stars series. So
Um, what's it like booking shows in LA? Like, because there's so many comedians, right? And they're great comedians. Do you get big names sometimes who want to do your shows?
well, I kind of go visit like a couple of the I go kind of scouting, so to speak, other shows, and it's like, oh man, I like you. Hey, I got a show. You want to be on it or whatnot. But besides that, man, a lot of comics know me because a little open mic scene. I'm out there pretty strong in open mic scene here, and I have to give a shout out to Fourth Wall. If you're ever in LA, it's a great. Oh, you know Fourth Wall. You heard of Fourth
I do,
Wall?
I do. I've done it a bunch. That's the
Yeah,
one where you
yeah, yeah.
sign up online and you
Yes,
pay a little
Joe
bit, and
Menente.
you're supposed to watch every set, kind of thing. And
Oh yeah, you cannot. Yes, yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
I've done it.
So yeah,
I've done a couple of different ones out there. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
there's a plethora. There's plenty comics. So you just make sure you curate your shows based upon your audience, and I pretty much pride myself in doing that. So
How on those shows? Did you have the same number of comics on each show? This is like an interesting topic to me
it's always
recently.
8 to 10.
Oh wow, that's a lot. That's a
Yes, eight
showcase
to
show.
ten.
Yeah,
Eight
yeah,
to ten.
short
Yes,
sets and yeah. So that's fun because the audience gets to hear a lot of different voices.
absolutely. And then, yeah, 8 to 10, 8 to 10 minutes actually. Try to
Okay.
make sure the shows don't run over an hour and a half.
Yeah,
After
of
that,
course.
anything after that is just ugh, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, 8 to 10, and
Never
we
go
make
over
sure we
90.
pay our comics and feed our comics and stuff like that. So,
That's all. Can you feed 8 to 10 comics at that grill place? Do
oh
they
yeah,
give
because
you?
look, here's a secret. Half of them don't want to eat anyway, so that's cool. So,
Okay,
but yeah,
that's fun.
so yeah, yeah.
That's cool. Okay, we got another question online. I'm not sure from where, but Laura, thanks for the question, or Lorea, thanks for the question. Freddie, do you have any festivals planned this year? I know the answer to this, but let's hear it, Freddie.
No, absolutely. September 17th through 19th, Big Laugh is taking its talents to, using LeBron's word, to Sedona, Arizona.
Boy, you're not messing around with wonderful places to visit.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah,
So
great.
excited.
Bunch of hot air balloons and hiking. I went there once. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna lean on you a little bit, Mark.
Sedona
So
is beautiful. I wonder.
thank you.
Sedona does have like a cute little downtown area too. Have you already started scouting venues, or is that too far
Yeah,
away?
yeah. The Mary D. Thatcher, I think that's one of the theater. Yeah. So that's going to be the big showcase. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm on the fence about this one, but the Posse Grounds Pavilion, it's an outdoor
Okay.
venue. It's beautiful, and backdrops are the Red Rocks. The
Cool.
only thing about it is that they do have a noise ordinance, and so at sunset you have to be out. So I'm working on that,
So it has to be
but I want to do a
daytime
show.
outdoors. Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
necessarily
yeah.
ideal, but it could be beautiful. And man, I bet it would photograph really well.
Oh my
If
gosh,
you could
yeah,
use
it
those
would be
photos
beautiful.
for subsequent
Yeah,
years and marketing.
absolutely.
That'd be cool. What's the equivalent of Visit Big Bear in Sedona? Are you in cahoots with them
Visit
yet?
Sedona.
Oh, is it really?
Visit
I was just that's
Sedona.org.
funny you say that because I was just emailing today to visitnorthplatte.com, which is a town
Yeah.
in Nebraska. Shout out to North Platte. If anybody is in North Platte, I rented a 700 person theater, the Fox Theater in
Oh
North Platte.
wow.
I'll be there in the middle of March with Ray Harrington from Conan. He's so funny. And let me tell you, I need to sell some tickets. So let's get
Oh
the
yeah.
word out. Visit North
Yeah,
Platte, everybody. Uh,
absolutely. Get the word out. So yeah,
visit
I help you
Sedona.
with that.
Okay, cool. Right on.
All right.
Uh, what do you let's talk about opportunities for improvement. So you must have what kind of changes are you going to make in Festival 2.0?
Festival 2.0, I'm going to delegate more because it was the first one, and I it's hard, the trust issue, and just trying to just relinquish like duties to other people, and you're like, I know it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I have to do everything myself. Been like that. This is how I am. I'm going to
Yeah.
delegate a little bit more, and I think that one big mistake was that we had a late night open mic, and it was in a bar where they were like dancing and playing Little John, and it was like 1 in the morning, and they stopped the music and said, "We're gonna do a comedy show." I was like, "Ooh." And some of the
Yeah.
comics were like, "Dude, they're not beating us up. We're out." So only a couple comics performed. So I'm gonna make sure I vet the venue, so to speak.
Yeah.
The venues a little bit more. So my
Yeah.
vetting process.
In the biz, you call that ambush comedy, and it's rarely a
Ambush.
recipe for success. The
Oh,
audience
I'm
isn't
telling
expecting
you. Oh my God, it was horrible. I give up one
it.
comic got up there actually, and he did really well, but they were like, "Okay, that's it. Put the music back on."
Yeah,
So
that's funny.
yeah.
That's funny. Let's talk a little bit about you and comedy. So you're hitting the mics, you're doing the fourth wall. You got a writing process. What do you do? Is this a writer's retreat out in Virginia? Talk to me about
Yeah,
your.
pretty much. Yeah. It's a writer's retreat, and actually, I'm putting together the festival and other shows and just getting the calendar ready for the year. So I'm 7 days to do that. I'm gonna take my time and make sure I produce a great robust calendar here. But my process is I write all the time. I
Okay.
try and I know my friends can't stand me now because I run jokes by them all the time.
It's a
Everything's a joke
disease.
now.
It's a disease.
It's ridiculous. I can't look at anything. I can't be in church. Everywhere it just becomes like everything is content. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
If
And
it
it's just
isn't content or a joke, it's a possible venue. You're probably
it's a
at church
possible venue.
thinking, boy, this
Yeah,
church,
I could
you
do.
can put on a good comedy show here.
Yeah, Christian show. Yeah, I'm looking around like, okay, yeah. So yeah,
That all
absolutely.
the time.
I all the time. But yeah, I just write all the time pretty much. And hit mics. That's the best thing. I hit mics. Like before the festival, I think I did 25 open mics before that one festival.
Whoa, holy cow.
Yeah, I just took the time and I was just there. And it's kind of like a burnout, actually. You kind of burn
When
and
you
then
do
you're ready.
when you do 25 mics, are you doing the same? You're getting what,
No,
like 3 to 5 minutes a spot
five
kind of
minutes.
thing? 5 minutes,
5 minutes.
and you're rotating through material, or how's?
Yeah, but a lot of it, I try to improv a lot to work that muscle. So when I deliver my material, it seems like I'm delivering it like just so comfortable, like it's just on the spot. So it's not like I'm trying to read my phone or my notes or
Right.
anything. So when I'm when I'm at open mics, I rarely work on my set. I may use a joke from that set and then kind of do a lot of improv or just piggyback off something one of the comics say, or we have improv mics there too, so they throw out
Okay.
topics and stuff. So I kind of just, and then I just go with a lot of new material, and if it just works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll try it a little bit later. But yeah, it's pretty much
Okay.
all new material.
How much time do you do at your shows, the ones you produce in LA?
Man, that's a very good question, and the answer is really rarely anytime. I just
Okay.
I comment in between. I'll do something at the end maybe because it's hard for me to get in that zone and then produce a show because I'm dealing with the venue, I'm dealing with the comics, I'm dealing with the staff. So it's really hard for me because when I do my sets, I go somewhere and sit prior to getting on stage and I just focus. And I
Yeah,
just focus and then I go out there and pretty much
I hear
slay it.
that.
But yeah,
People don't understand what a difficult transition that is to
it's
go
hard,
from,
man.
you're working the door, you're setting stuff up, you're making sure the comics come in, and 30
Right.
seconds later, you're like on stage and you're supposed to
No,
be full of energy and
no.
happy and got everything dialed in your head. And it's tough. That is very
It's
tough.
really tough. You get a call from a comic that's not showing up 2 minutes before you walk up and
Right.
introduce a show. It's like, oh, okay, here we go. Or
Yeah.
they're late. So, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That is a good example of, that's another example of like weight vest application to comedy. Because if you can get good at that, which I mean, a lot of people say that if you host shows, that's like a
Mhm.
superpower to really improve yourself as a comedian. Because it's hard. Also, just cold opening is very difficult. So
Whoa.
between
Cold
running the
open is rough.
show and cold opening, if you get booked on a different show and you get to go up in the middle and the crowd's kind of warm, it is so easy
It's so
relatively.
easy. It's so easy. Yeah. But that first, yeah, cold open is rough because they're like, who is this guy? You know.
We got a question from online. How do I get this up here? There we go. When is your first comedy special coming out? I think that one's for Freddie. Let's hear it, Freddie.
So am I speaking prophetically?
Sure.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna record my first comedy special this year. I'm gonna say that.
Whoa.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say it. I'm gonna throw it
New
out there.
year,
I'm
new
gonna throw it out
resolution.
there.
Let's do it. All right.
Hey
I
man,
love
when
it.
I say it, I see it, I want it. I'm going after it. So thanks for that
Okay.
question. So I put it out there.
I love it. I love it. Now, so let's ask some specifics about that. Are you probably in LA, or are you going to go somewhere else, or what are you thinking?
Probably LA.
Probably
LA.
LA. Okay.
Probably
What
LA.
what
And
what
and it'd
size?
probably be more comics. It'd be multiple comics on that show.
Yeah,
It'd be
sure.
something Def Comedy Jamish,
Yeah, yeah. What length set are you doing in that?
Probably 10,
Okay,
10 to
10 minutes.
15.
I like that.
Uh-huh.
And are
Uh-huh.
you taping this yourself? Are you hiring a camera crew? How are we
A little
making that?
mixture of both. I have a little experience in that. A little mixture in
Okay.
both. A little mixture
Okay.
of both.
Did
Yeah.
you, speaking of circling back to the festival, did you have a photographer, videographer, anything like that?
Both. Both.
Okay.
I had a
It-
photographer and a videographer.
okay. How
And
were you happy
I
with the content that came out of it?
no, the lighting was bad in for the second venue. But I mean the second night, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But the pictures were okay. The photographer did a pretty decent job. It's just
Okay.
I know a little bit about filming and I was just not really happy. And then one of my production partners, he was like, dude, what is this? And everyone's really critical, because I have a
Yeah.
bigger plan with the footage. I can't say, but
Okay.
next year I'll jump on and I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
But
All right.
oh, you already know. You know
I
what it
might
is.
know. You might have told. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I won't say
So
anything.
yeah, you already know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Fun.
Um, yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
hopefully
So I was not pleased with it.
Sedona, hopefully that works out better. Videography it's difficult, especially
It is.
comedy photography and videography, because it's very dark and it's just hard to get. You need pretty expensive equipment and a lot of experience shooting in dark places to
Yeah. Yeah,
to get good stuff.
I think we had some pretty decent cameras. It was just terrible lighting, and it was just
Yeah,
it was horrible. But
yeah.
lesson learned. So,
Lesson learned. There you go.
absolutely.
Yeah, I would if I was giving tips to somebody, I would just say ask for examples of somebody's work, preferably like at a concert or
Mhm.
ideally a comedy show. Like if you can find a photographer who does a lot of comedy stuff, then you're money at that point. But
Right. Right.
they just those kinds of photographers are kind of few and far between, because basically
Right.
what happens is what I've seen over the years, every time a comedian photographer gets good, they start getting a couple wedding gigs and they realize they can make 10 times the amount of money doing these
Yes.
like
Yes.
professional shoots, and they're like no
Absolutely.
longer available to do comedy because they're too good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I've heard those stories before. So,
Yeah. All right, we only got a couple more minutes. Were there any topics you wanted to cover? I got more questions if not, but
no,
go ahead.
there's no more questions. I like this. It's great.
Okay, all right, sweet. Talk to me about a joke that you worked on for a long time that you're proud of where it came, like where and it ended, and like how did it get better?
Oh, that's a good question. It would okay. This is gonna sound really crazy. It was a joke about me being at my grandmother's house during the pandemic
Okay.
and me venturing on some sites I shouldn't have ventured on in her house. Like I felt bad.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. And so
Yeah.
it was kind of by accident, but then
So did
it
it
kind of
when you started telling that joke, was it not working for a specific reason? And was there some kind of light bulb that flipped, or did it just take a bunch of repetition and to get the right tags and to make it a successful joke?
well, I like to tell stories. And so what I started doing was punching up more in the story.
Okay.
Because it was a little too long. It would go a little long without any type of punch, without any type of joke. But it was a good.
Yeah.
It was so the ending is a great hook. It's a great left hook,
Okay.
but it just I didn't have the beat. I didn't have the rhythm going throughout it. So now I added some jokes that I told about my grandmother's house on a different occasion. I added them to that joke, so
Yeah.
it made the joke a little bit better.
That's
A
awesome.
little
And
cayenne pepper here and there, a little extra
yeah,
seasoning, and
spice it
so
up.
yeah, yeah,
Dash.
but shorten it
Sprinkle.
too, and
Bam.
shorten it, and
Yeah.
bam,
Oh,
right
that
there.
helps too. That helps
Yeah,
too. Yeah. And
absolutely.
it's fun when you tell a story like that, like over and over and over again over the years.
Hmm.
You just new jokes come to you while you're on stage, and it just gets
Yes.
more and more punchy. It gets punchier
Hmm.
over time. That's awesome.
Yes.
All right, Freddie. Unfortunately, we got to wrap this up. I'm
Oh
sad
man,
about
you're
that.
great. It's been
Hey, I
great.
appreciate everybody online who engaged with us, and
Yes.
I do this every Monday. Always Booking Comedy, and Freddie, Sedona Comedy Festival. Give us your plugs.
Oh, at the Funny Freddie, which is DDIE, FREDDIE, at Big Last Fest. Those are my Instagram, and then biglastfest.com is the website.
Amazing. Awesome,
All
Freddie.
right.
Well, great luck in 2026. Can't wait to see this
You too.
comedy special come together. And I hope
Yeah.
to be telling jokes around cacti with you sometime soon.
Oh, you will
Everybody,
be.
have a great
All
week,
right, y'all.
everybody.
Go be
Thanks for tuning
great.
in. We'll see you next.